Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity Podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 52. You can find me online everywhere as Kralalien, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you know it. There's a blog with show notes, which is blog.kralalien.nl. If I remember to put up the post. I totally forgot last episode's show notes, so if you want me to write them, just tell me. Otherwise I will just skip that one or make it really short with just a video there. I have an Etsy shop, kralalien.etsy.com, and also there is a Ravelry group for this podcast and my yarn, which is the Colourful Creativity group, which you can find in the group sections on Ravelry. So welcome everyone. This might be a shorter and more scattered episode as I'm a bit scatterbrained at the moment. The lighting will be not that nice. It's raining cats and dogs here today and it will not get any better, but I really have to do this now because, well, it's already Friday and normally I put up the episode today and I still have to record it and I have to get to the hospital with my mom in about 2 hours, so now is as good a time as any. As for the personal talk about my mom, I will get back to that later in the episode, so if you don't want to hear it, you can skip it. Binks is roaming around, Leia is roaming around. We'll just dive in with my first finished object, because you can already see it. It is done, it is done, it is done. Actually, yeah, that's the back. It's huge. And I will show you better photos. Oh, it's a nice backdrop for you, Binks. Really pretty backdrop, yeah. So, it's wider than my wingspan. A lot wider. I think like this. This is not blocked yet. I am not sure if I'm gonna block it because I love it as it is. And I will put in some photos of a photo shoot I had with Robert, my husband, on Sunday in his parents' garden. They are on vacation. We are taking care of the house and the garden. So we thought, well, we will use that nice green garden as a background for photos. The sun was shining then. It was really beautiful Sunday. And you can see how big it is. If I put the tip under my foot and I stretch my arm, it's like, yeah, a little bit further. That's how big it is. So that's why I'm not sure if I'm gonna block it. I could always block it and not block the snot out of it, but I may block the snot out of it kind of girl. I do like it to be a little bit wider, not per se longer, but it's so nice and squishy. Actually, I knit this with almost every yarn, a scratchy kind of sock yarn. And apparently garter stitch is really good for that. It doesn't feel scratchy at all. I had my craft night last night and I had some people feel it who know my more scratchy sock yarn and other brands with scratchy sock yarn and also the nice and soft yarn, and they were like, is this scratchy sock yarn? Oh, now you say it and I really feel it. Well, still not really that much, so I love it. So all the info. The pattern is of course Dotted Rays by Stephen West. I'm calling this my Faded Rays as it was part of the West Knits Fade Along. I started here with a yarn from Tausendschön, a yarn clip yarn. Then I faded with a hand-dyed yellow yarn I dyed myself. Then I used this ultra bright Lady Persephone sock in a one-of-a-kind colorway by Countess Ablaze. Then again a orange hand-dyed by myself in a super soft merino. The one that's also in my exploration stations and where I made one mitten. The second one still has to come. Then another Countess Ablaze Lady Persephone sock in a one-of-a-kind colorway. I think this is the Voice of the Next Generation. And the other one, you have to look it up in my project page. So this time I will put up show notes so you can find it all. Another hand-dyed semi-solid green this time by me. And then the last one, I plan to do an undercover otter yarn. But it was not turning out the way I liked it. It was pooling immediately in the striping section, which made it really, yeah, I didn't like it. It was a kind of pooling where you knew it would be this kind of pools. It would not be random. It would have been like a block of stripes that way. And since the rest was all random speckled and stuff, I knew it would irritate me, so I tinked back. No, I think I frogged it. I just put in the needle 4 rounds back and then I frogged it. And did it again with yarn I dyed myself. One of my first ever dyed yarns. I tried to make a teal back then. It turned out way greener. And Robert wanted socks with it. But Robert will not have socks with this because I have 3 grams left. Yes, this one section with striping it with the green and then this section on its own together, that's about 98 grams of yarn. I had to do the bind off in the semi-solid color because I had 9 grams left and now I have 3 grams left of that as well, or 2 maybe even. So a I-cord bind off of 525 stitches, which is not too stretchy, takes about 7 grams of yarn. Now we know that. So it was a good thing I took a different color for it and not the 3 grams and guessed I would have done the yarn chicken. That wouldn't have worked anyways. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. This is knit on a 4mm needle and it took me about 6 weeks, I know now. And I hate Velcro because I already got a snag. I have to put that away with a needle something. Oh god, I really hate Velcro. The inventor might be very useful, but no, just no. Well, I'll throw myself a pity party later because now I messed it up. Maybe I need to block it anyway. There are probably even more places where I hit the Velcro on my coat. Which reminds me not to wear that one when I have this shawl on me. And because I like it so much, I will just wear it for the show. And because my back is a bit longer, that's why I like it a bit more wide. I think the overall length is about 2 meters, 210, which is like 7 feet, 6 or 7 feet. It's so nice and squishy. So, as I was saying, I was trying to keep this one short. And I will jump into my whips immediately. In my Chatty Cats Creations bag, which I now know is a very limited edition unique one because of a typo in the label. She was here last night. She was putting up some more of these in the shop. I think she had 3 in the shop last night. So she told me the last time she put it up it was gone in 17 seconds. So they are very popular. I'm very happy I have one, and even such a unique one. In here are my huge plain vanilla socks. I was here last time and I knit all this. I've been pretty monogamous on this one. I wanted to finish it. I so love it. I am knitting these socks for a friend. And I am knitting these out of GB Strumpf und Sportgarn. Yeah, Strumpf und Sportgarn. The colorway is 04, so it's really not interesting. This is a self-patterning yarn, which makes it pretty easy to do a plain vanilla. This is going to be a size 46-47 men's size. I think that's about size 12 US, or at least it's 12 inch, his foot length about. I am about 8 inch in, which is normally the point for me to put in my heels, but now I still have to do 2 more inches. These are so boring. I am very lucky though. If I have the heels in, I can just hand this to my mother and my mother will do the cuffs. And she does them 2x2 ribbing, which I totally hate to do for the whole cuff. These are toe up, so that means you can just do them all the way until the yarn is gone, which is necessary for a size 46-47. The yarn is classified to be enough for a pair of 46 socks. So next up, in my fondant fibers bag, handmade by Deb, a new project, because when you are finished with a shawl, you can cast on a new one. And this is high on spoiler alerts. I am knitting Andrea Maury's, oh man, What the Fate shawl, and this is clue 1. Clue 2 came out yesterday, but I didn't have time to knit yet. I finished clue 1, so for all of you who don't want to see it, I actually cannot even imagine you haven't seen it yet, because it's been on Instagram and everywhere already. It's brioche. Surprise, surprise. I am knitting these out of Colourful merino singles, and I did snag some yarns from the shop. I was like, yeah, I don't have time to dye, so I will just snag some. Here you can see it on the front, and this is the back. And the back is a semi-solid yellow. I dyed last week, the Hello Yellow colorway, or last time. The front that you see is a Sex on the Beach, please. Let me see. I'm attached to 4 balls now, so I already faded the first 2. So Hello Yellow, a Sex on the Beach, please. The fading is hardly visible because it's so well transitioned. I went for a very gradienty look. This is Spritz Go, and this one is Shirley Temple on the Rocks. Fading into those 2, and the next section came out, I already read it, and those will be fading into these 2, Sangria, and this is a speckled, heavily more saturated version of this one. So I had something in between these 2. I was like, this is just too soft next to each other, it needs something more hard, so I dyed this one for myself. So yes, I couldn't help myself. I am knitting these on higher sharp, and these are interchangeables in size 3.25mm as the pattern suggests. I didn't check my gauge, I didn't gauge watch, I didn't do anything. I just cast on and did it. And I must say, I never thought I would say that, but oh my god, brioche is so boring. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty bored. And whole clue 2 is again the same as we did for clue 1. So I'm like, okay, this will be mindless TV knitting, because otherwise you only do 1 increase in every 8 rows. So 1 thing different and then 7 rows the same. Well, almost the same. Once brioche clicks for you, it's actually pretty simple and it's boring. I cannot say anything else from it. It will be pretty in the end, but for now, it's mindless, boring knitting. And actually all I have is mindless, boring knitting. So that's why I'm probably disappointed with this one. I want something more interesting. But I guess with clue 3, only one color, it will start. See, this one is plain stockinette, plain vanilla socks. Boring. This one, in my Mina mix bag, is my cardigan, my peacock eyes cardigan. You haven't seen it in a long time. And now the weather is going all autumnal. I really want to wear this cardigan, so I have to pick it up again. And I did. I did about 6 rows. Let me check. Oh, I did even a little more. I did about an inch of boring stockinette. Which is like knit 1 row, purl the next row. And it's 400 stitches, so oh my god, this is boring. The only thing that's not boring is the fact that I get tangles of the 4 balls that are attached to this. Because, well, hand-tied yarn, you have to interchange it. The pattern is, like I said, the Peacock Eyes cardigan, and it's by Justina Larkowska. Try and show you a bit, but it's black and white from my old printer, which is not that good. Yeah. Nothing much to say about that. Also a 3.25mm high sharp interchangeable. And oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. I even fit it and it's going well. It just needs more length, which is boring. I have to show you these because I added these to the shop. The panda connectors, so you can put your needles on holes with this cute little panda. I love it. I really love the panda accessories by Haya, so I added some connectors to the shop, and I also added the tip protectors to the shop. I noticed I hadn't done that yet, so I was like majorly failing. Also some other new accessories in the shop. So these are the 3 projects I worked on. So boring stuff all around. I did try to cast on round 5 of Tour de Sock, which wasn't a boring pattern, but it was just too intricate for that moment, and I wanted to knit on this one. And I'm so happy I did, because I love it so much. I had a lot of knitting time and I took it with me, even though it was a big project bag. But I was like, oh, if I have a lot of knitting time, let's just try and see how far I get. And it was really helpful knitting this one day, fully attentioned, etc. So I guess I will go and jump into some other things I wanted to show you. I told you last time I ordered some sock yarn. Let's put it there. I ordered some sock yarn and I gave that to my mom right away before showing it to you, so she could make socks for the wedding I'm attending. Well, I got the leftovers now, but I also got socks. Let me see. This is the Hot Socks stripes, and also just a number for the colorway 613. This is a pair of 40, it's men's size 44. Nice and long cuff. And this one, you don't actually see it, but it's really nice and soft and shiny. This is the pair of socks that are made with vegan yarn. So the person who's getting this is vegan. This is Hot Socks Emotion. This is a 93% polyacryl. polyacryl, so just acrylic, and 7% polyester. It's really nice self-patterning, and it actually feels really nice. So yeah, I'm totally not disappointed in the fact that this has no wool in it, and it's just 100% acrylic. I guess when you wear it, you can probably feel it. So maybe something with a bit of cotton might be easier on the feet, just to prevent sweaty feet or something. But yeah, I like it. And my mom is such a speedy knitter, because that's not the only thing she finished. She also finished this pair of socks, which you might recognize. This is the opal, I think it's called Firebird, Feuervogel. And you can buy it in my Etsy shop. It's a really cute, not rainbow, but bright stripes. And it looks narrow, but she did the foot in 2x2 rib as well. So it's actually quite wide. I really like it. And these are going in the sock shop. I still have to open it, I know. If you are interested in a pair of socks knit by my mom, totally let me know. There's another pair on the block as well. She also knit this one. And I will probably get more socks today because, well, it's been a week and my mom, like I said, I have to go to the hospital with her, so she's been sick all week at home. And she had a lot of knitting time. I think these are both like size 39, so probably a size 6. I asked her to make some smaller socks instead of always the size 43 or 44 or 42. She always tends to make them a little bit bigger so they would fit. That's why I hated my mom's socks, because they were always too big. So I like a bit of size diversity in the shop. Next up, I guess, are acquisitions. And one of the socks I showed you, this one is a, I think it's a Lana Crossline yarn, but don't kill me over it. I bought that 2 weeks ago when I was in Deventer with my friend Iris, and Iris and I had a high tea, and at that high tea we had a lot of fun. I took some video footage. I have no clue how that turned out because I took the wrong camera with me. I took my old one instead of my new one. Oops. And yeah, well, we'll see how that turns out, but I will put it in the end of this podcast. We also went yarn shopping. We went to Astrid's Wool and I took some footage there, and we also went to Dollop Wool, which are actually in the same street. And as for acquisitions, I only got this one at Dollop Wool, a lace ball by Schoppel, and the colorway is called Herbst Zeitlos. I really love it, and I wanted to go a little bit out of my comfort zone, so I went with something pink purple. I'm gravitating to pinks more, I told you already, I think. So yeah, I'm looking forward to knitting with this. I actually have bought a pattern. Why I wanted to buy this. The pattern is called Bellevere, if I pronounce that right. It's by Anakin Ellis. She is a designer from the UK. I am following for a while now, so I really liked her shawl wrap kind of lace pattern, the Bellevere, and I bought it, and I bought this one for it, so I already have it planned. I did buy more, but all that was for my mom. I had like 3 balls of sock yarn and 3 balls of high twist yarn, also sock yarn, which matches with the minis of last year's advent calendar Petra and I made. Petra from Undercover Other. And this year we are also doing the advent calendar again, and my mom wants it again, so she has like extra 50-gram balls to match it up, so she can do heels, cuffs and toes in that yarn and then add the minis in between. Then I also got a wonderful package because I had to have a little surgery. What is it, 2 weeks ago? The Monday after recording the podcast, probably. I had to have 2 birthmarks removed. All is well. Nothing was wrong with it, but I'm happy they are out. But my friend Tash from Quirky Hand Knits, she sent me a lovely package. First of all, she sent me this awesome diffuser. It's for essential oils and it's really small. It is powered by batteries or USB. And you can just put it on. It turns itself off after I think 15 or 30 minutes, which is awesome. You can drag it around everywhere. You can even take it on vacation. So yeah, I really love that. I paid her to send it to me because you could only send it through Amazon.co.uk and shipping to here was not possible. So I was like, "Rrr." And she was like, oh, just send it to me and I'll send it through. I have something else I want to send you anyways. So I got an awesome care package with this super cute Notions pouch or mini project bag with cats by the little grey girl. Which of course is awesome. I love that. I was a good girl. I put it aside and it's still closed. I kept all the chocolate for show here. They are Cadbury Troll Bites and I see they are the flaky things. I really like that. And then of course there was also yarn. Look at this. This is a Davidson Yarns Color Lovers set in her, what is it called? Sprightly base. The Sprightly base is a sock weight 75-25 yarn, and yeah, it's the same yarn as my smooth sock, so it combines perfectly. And I think I will use this for the next Stephen West mystery knit along, the speckles and pop. These will be the pop. I just have to make the speckles. I so love it, so thank you so much, Tash. And I could also use this perfectly fine for Tash's sock pattern, this lines and squares socks, but yeah, I already knit those and they are for Robert. So I might need to make myself a pair too. So maybe I will keep it for this. I have to see what I dye up as for my speckle fade kind of colors. If this matches or not. So that was acquisitions. I was a good girl, right? Well, I've been spending a lot of money on stuff for the advent calendar and also adding stuff for the shop. So I will show you things I got for my shop. And I might have picked some things for myself out of there. Because this one is mine now. If you think she already had a set of Haya interchangeables, right? Yes, she does. She has the sharp small, she has the sharp large set, and she has the sharp sock set. Now, I also own a bamboo set. Here you can see it. And I didn't just order it for myself, I also ordered it for the shop. So if you want a bamboo set, you can order it in the shop. I have it here next to me. There's a different kind of case around it. It's black and red roses. It's really pretty. But I wanted something that was different than my other cases, and my other cases are all 3 roses. So I was very happy with this one, with flowers and birds. And I noticed that I started to like knitting on bamboo needles, And I also think that bamboo needles are better for in the airplane, because, well, I have taken my whole sharp set and interchangeables and everything into the airplane, but still I'm a bit anxious, and I take a envelope with my name on it, etc., to be able to ship it to me. So yeah, with this one I just feel a little bit more secure that they won't take it away from me. Then I also have the High Sharp interchangeables set, the small one in the 5-inch tips, back in stock. And I also added the steel version of the interchangeable set, and these come in a different case. I can unpack this because this is already bought by my mother-in-law, so I can show it to you. It comes with a needle gauge, the sheet gauge, and it is in the circulars case. Here I can show it to you. You have the steel tips, and here are the cables, and here's also the grips. Let me take it out. Grips and a needle to get your cables and your tips very well attached. And there's also plenty of room for your fixed circulars. So that's really nice of this case, I think, because you have more place for your cables and stuff. And there's of course also the pocket for all your notions. And this one is also available in red on in my Etsy shop at the moment. And I think I have everything mentioned what's in the shop at the moment now. I will get that in later because it's no use. Yeah, I did a shop update with all the new yarns, like the kid silk and some minis like this Mighty Minty. I also have a Hello Yellow in there, and these are 20 grams, 75% merino, 25% nylon sock yarn, 85 meters for these 20 grams. They are actually exactly the same as in this set. So yeah, we know where to find the nice bases. And this one was actually a part of the Colourful Sock Club. I dyed a little bit more minis because minis are always handy. I didn't dye more of the big skein. And I can reveal it finally because it has been sent out. I'm so happy I can show this to you. This one is the Colourful Sock Club #1 of August 2017. It is merino and nylon sock base, the smooth sock, and in a mint and speckle colorway. This is a one of a kind, so only the people in the sock club are lucky to have it. There also was a stitch marker with it, and you can see that on my Instagram and also in my stash on Ravelry. I have a photo of it. I'll blend it in here too as well. Because I don't have it, it was so unique, I made not enough of them. So only the people in the sock club have that, and I will just do with a photo. I can always try and recreate it for me, but I have so many stitch markers. I was like, I don't need this. Carolien, you can just sell it. You don't need it. So yes, Colourful Sock Club. Then I have another acquisition I didn't show you. It's actually this huge bag of leftovers by my mom. These are all the leftovers of the last few months. She knits a lot of socks. She always gives me the leftovers, except for my Colourful soft sock leftovers. She keeps them for herself because she can use that for the nice socks she's going to make with also the advent calendar yarns. And then I guess I only have to tell you about the coupon code Monique has for you guys from tropeakcreations.etsy.com, which gives you 15% off with the code Colourful 2017. And then the personal talk is here. Yep, looking around me. Well, I told you about Deventer, the lovely visit I had with my friend, the yarn shops we visited. The week after, my mom had to get back to work, and then she went to the doctor because work wasn't happening. I also already told her she was like so short of breath every time she did just a little bit. Get up from the chair was already I was like, Mom, that's not normal, go to the doctor. She didn't, but then she had to get back to work and it was too difficult for her, so yeah, she went to the doctor. And then she had to draw some blood, she had to hand in some samples of other stuff, and by the end of the week the doctor called and was like, yeah, you have to get to the hospital now because we want you to have a blood transfusion. I was like, okay Mom, get in the car, I'll drive you, we'll go there. And I was in the hospital on Friday with her almost all day. We came there at 12:30 and I picked her up again because I had to go home to have some dinner because she got her dinner from the hospital. I didn't. It was good. I cooked myself a meal because, well, the food in the hospital was not that good. My mom really hated it. It was quite funny, and she wasn't feeling that sick, but her blood was so low, her red blood count. It was really dangerously low, so she had to get the transfusion immediately. She had 2 bags of blood. And yeah, it was quite a scare. Hi, thanks. But we got through it. I picked her up at about 11 p.m. So she was in the hospital for almost 12 hours. She really wanted to sleep at home, so I picked her up late. I was like, Mom, if you want to be picked up after 10, please just sleep there. And then she called me at like 9:30 p.m. Please, can you pick me up a little bit later? Because, well, this is gonna be a horrible night if I stay here. There was a man there who was in so much pain. He was like screaming all the time, so nobody could sleep there. I totally understood why she wanted to go home. It was really warm in the hospital as well. Yes, Binks, you want to make the noise. So today I have to go with my mom to the hospital to get her tests. She has to have a stomach and a bowel test. They have to go in with a camera and look around. Oh wow. I know how it feels. I had that one, half of it at least. 2, it's not that nice, but well, it has to happen. We have to find the leak, and yeah, we hope she gets better then. She already feels a lot better now she has new blood and she's more energetic. She can breathe easier. She's still really tired, so there's still not enough, but we hope we find where she's losing blood. On a more positive note, because I don't like to end like this, I have vacation after this. I will be out for 2 weeks. I won't be shipping probably. I will be shopping, I guess, because on Sunday I'm going to Das Bunte Schaf in Langenfeld in Germany. It is a greenhouse with a yarn market, and there's going to be lots of indie dyers, which is really awesome. I'm going to meet my friend Regina from Herbstblatt Regina for the first time. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to meet some other nice German knitters as well, which I also already met before. Looking forward to that. Yeah, that's going to be fun. And then the week after we will go on vacation. The cats will go to my mom to keep her company. She doesn't know if she has to go back to work yet or if she can wait it out until the results come, but we'll see about that. she doesn't look sick, she doesn't feel sick, so she's doing good, but we just want to know what's going on with her. We'll be away for a few days and I won't be shipping at all, and there might be some dying because I'm way behind on some things. I want to do a shop update after the vacation with a sale of bases that won't come back. This is an example. This is just a one-of-a-kind orange yellow skein of gold sparkle yarn. This base will go out and be replaced with a much nicer sparkly yarn. You already know the glitter base, which I dyed the pink fluffy unicorns on. Sorry for putting that song in your mind now. I have it too, so it's not just you who is suffering now. So that will be after my vacation, but during my vacation for 2 weeks I have a coupon code for my shop, which will give you 10% of everything. There is, the coupon code is VACAY17, so VACAY17. And I hope you enjoy that while you are waiting for your order to be shipped. I will be shipping after my vacation again, so coupon is from 9 to the 23rd of September. And with that, and my not so sparkly self today, I will end this episode. I hope you will enjoy the next 2 weeks. I am not sure if I will be recording in my vacation. I might be, I might not be, I have no clue. I might have a hangover because we have the wedding in our vacation. And yeah, just have to see. Maybe I'll put on the wedding outfit and record a podcast and go to the wedding afterwards. It will be makeup and dressing up just in one go. I'll be wearing a nice sunny summery dress, so please send us some sunshine for the 21st of September and also for my vacation, because we plan to go biking and hiking in the Waddeneilanden, and we're going to go to Schiermonnikoog, which is the most right island of the Dutch islands. And yeah, it's the last one that we still have to visit. All the others we've visited. Our favorite is the Schelling. This one might be nice too. It's pretty small, which I like, but if it's only raining, I'm like, we have a nice apartment, so I will bring my knitting for sure. So, Pinkster, you want to say something? No, he's enjoying the light. He's like, oh, sunshine, sunshine. It's my daylight lamp. It's really funny. So yeah, I'll see you back when I will see you back. Bye bye.